In the era of side hustles, people everywhere are finding clever new ways to make some extra cash. In this video, we'll be sharing with you some of our favorite online platforms that you can use to start making more money as soon as today. Some require a small investment, but with a smartphone or computer, internet access, and a bit of drive, you'll find that you are already well on your way to financial freedom. We'll be explaining how you can publish your own books, get paid to create content, and network to better market your services. Number 1. Transcription. Transcribe Me. As you may have already noticed, many public videos that pop up on the various social media timelines have closed captions or subtitles. Subtitles have been around since the early 20th century. They're originally used in silent film before video and audio were played together in sync. People who can't hear well or at all are still able to enjoy films thanks to subtitles, so they've stuck around. Today they're used by many, even those who are not hard of hearing. You may find yourself in a circumstance where it would be inappropriate to play audio out loud. So subtitles are great to allow people to know what's going on in a video they can't hear. People with processing issues or a language barrier also benefit from closed captions. The people who write these subtitles and other audio to text documents are called transcribers. If you can type quickly, transcription may be a great opportunity for you. To be a transcriber, you don't need much other than a computer and a good pair of headphones. You'll receive audio clips or videos and be asked to type what you hear. You'll often be responsible for distinguishing between speakers, but the jobs may vary. Some contracts require verbatim work, others wish for you to clean up the dialogue to make it as clear and concise as possible. Number 2, content creation for YouTube. Alright, yes, we know everyone wants to be an influencer these days, or maybe you don't, but there's a reason why so many people have their own YouTube channels. To create content for YouTube, you'll need to have a decent camera, but most smartphones these days will work just fine. A tripod and good lighting are also necessary for that perfect shot. And if you're going to speak in the video, you should consider getting a microphone of some sort. All these items can be found relatively easily in any department store or online. The great thing about YouTube is that it's so prevalent that you can make videos in any niche, and you'll probably end up getting views. Honestly, the more niche your channel is, the better. Consider what you do in your life that's unique, or what you're extremely knowledgeable of. Do you find yourself wanting to share information with family and friends who seem uninterested? Chances are there's an online community that would benefit from your contribution. You won't necessarily be making money right away, but if you are able to amass a small following and upload somewhat regularly, it can be quite profitable. Content creation does require work, so we don't necessarily consider this passive income. But once the ball is rolling, it doesn't stop. Number 3, freelancing apps. Fiverr, Airtasker. For those of you who would love to create content but aren't necessarily itching to be the star of the show, there are many freelancing apps and websites that are full of clients looking for people just like you. Freelancing is a general term used for someone who works independently doing contract work, as opposed to an employee who works for only one company, gets paid an hourly wage or a salary. In fact, there have been predictions that in the next couple years there will be more freelancers working in the economy than employees. This is an incredibly exciting change, as it gives power back to the workers and allows people to make their own schedules and essentially be happier. Most jobs can be freelanced to a certain extent, but not all companies want to outsource work. These apps are extremely useful in that they're broad and include a wide range of different fields and remote job types. If you're proficient in your native tongue, you could start freelancing jobs today. The contracts are most often seen are things like proofreading, ghostwriting, editing, blog posts, scripts, and product reviews. Entry-level jobs don't pay much, but with a decent portfolio and a couple good reviews, you'll find that clients will start reaching out to you more and more for your services. If you want to find out how you can make money shopping, be sure to stick around. Number 4, publish books on Amazon. Writing a book may seem like a daunting task, and frankly, it is. There's so much work that goes into writing, proofreading, editing, formatting, and marketing your book. This is why people normally send their books to a publisher, who basically oversees all the steps required before a book hits store shelves. Imagine printing 1,000 copies of a book, just to realize afterwards that a whole chapter is missing. Big publishers often mean big contracts, but unfortunately, they normally take about 70% of profits. If you're really keen on writing a book, or maybe even have one ready to go, don't necessarily have to go to the publisher route. Amazon has a wonderful publishing service that many people have been profiting off of as of late. It gives you all the tools to properly edit edit and format your book right at home. Another great feature of the Amazon publishing service is that it allows you to publish your book as an ebook through Kindle, while also offering a physical paperback version. The books are printed to order, meaning you don't have to spend any money printing hundreds of books that might not get sold. They take a small percentage of each sale, but it's much less than what publishers ask for. Once the book's available online, voila, passive income, baby. Number 5, Patreon for artists. Many people have heard of Patreon, especially those who follow artists online. Patreon is a subscription service that allows people who are a fan of someone's work to receive monthly gifts, perks, or sneak peeks of upcoming projects for a small fee. If you're a creative person who likes to draw, design, animate, cook, model, anything really, you should sign up for Patreon. Many people use Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok to show off their skills and gain a following. These creators often have their own websites where you can buy merchandise or request services. Patreon's not necessarily for selling merch, but more to give your diehard fans something to look forward to every month that you can get to choose. It's like a mystery box, and sometimes the gifts are physical, but they're often not. You can use these opportunities to get feedback on new projects, get rid of old stock, and also provide content that might not be appropriate for public spaces online. Number 6, streaming. Twitch, Facebook. Video games have been a fun and exciting part of the human experience for several decades now. They started off as a luxury that could only be found at the local arcade and slowly made their way into people's homes. A little creepy when you say it like that. Nonetheless, most people who were born since the 80s grew up with some sort of gaming device. Computer, console, and handheld games skyrocketed in popularity and have quite literally changed human history. While there are risks to playing too many video games for most people, it's a pleasurable daily activity that can always be looked forward to. In the past few years, people have realized that video games are not only fun to play, but they're also fun to watch other people play. Esports are a great example of this. People compete on world-class teams or solo for prizes that could be up to millions of dollars. These are basically the video game Olympics, but people who don't take video games super seriously can also make some money letting people watch them play via streaming. If you have a good internet connection, a camera and mic, and something to game on, you can become a streamer too. People use apps like Twitch to host their streams and network within the community, but you can also live stream on YouTube or Facebook. You can make money primarily through ad breaks on your streams, but if you gain a following and become a partner, you can get paid by the site that hosts your stream and eventually even get sponsored. Number 7, reselling. Depop classifieds. Reselling takes a bit of time and investment, but if you're someone who enjoys shopping, this may be the side hustle for you. There are a few ways you can become a reseller. One way is to scour your local classifieds for deals on, well, anything really. Furniture, clothes, kitchenware, you name it. You can even find things for free sometimes. Often folks won't have the means to take something with them when they move and will offer it to anyone who's willing to pick it up. You'll want to make sure that the stuff you're getting is good quality or you won't be able to resell it. Some clothing, for example, may have minor defects, but if you're someone who's good at sewing, you could perhaps fix and resell that item of clothing. People who have any sort of skills fixing things can make a lot of money doing this especially. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.